GP in his chat before, he was asking, minimum a guy has to make a year for you to be monogamous.
To me?
To everybody. Excuse me, the whole panel. Why don't we start with you and then we'll go around this way. Go ahead.
I feel like, well, I live in LA, so just like the standard of life, I would probably say like at least 100,000 to be able to support yourself. You know, I don't want to be supporting anyone.
You think
No,
100,000 is enough to live
Definitely
in LA?
not. Definitely not. But to
Yeah.
make you monogamous.
I mean, yeah, I make money too, so like for me to consider it, like that wouldn't be ideal.
Wait, hold on. And this is the question that he does ask. It is minimum a guy has to make a year for you to be monogamous to him. So it's not clear to me.
You're right. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I'm gonna say like 250,000.
But why do you need to?
I feel like that's like enough to be able to like support yourself, to be able to do like I like to do activities, like I like to take trips and go to amusement parks and go to dinner and stuff, and like I feel like those are like things that help build a relationship too. So I don't want to be having to support someone else. I like want you to be able to support yourself and be able to do nice things for me on occasion.
I'm just a little confused by the question, because shouldn't the question be minimum a guy has to make a year for you to be in a relationship with him? I'm curious why the monogamous component.
Well, for
I
you
thought
to
that was
commit.
asking
I would
the
say.
question, I think.
No,
I think
it
he
is
just
it is
meant
asking
a
the question. I'm just
relationship, but he just used the word monogamous.
because I'm thinking like are you trying to suggest that it's less, a guy has to make less or more if it's poly versus monogamy?
I think it's
Like,
just
if
if the
a
woman
girl-
is into
yeah.
poly relationships, like
How
how
much
much
would
would
it
he have to
take?
make for her not to be in poly relationships and just be monogamous with him?
It's not clear to me for women who are polyamorous
I'm
if,
about to raise my
if
number
the
again.
amount of money if the amount of money the guy makes is going to be the defining factor in whether she wants to be
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
a
it-
monogamous
I think
relationship
it's more
with him.
targeted towards like women who make their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want
Sure.
to commit
Like,
to somebody.
That was my first
But-
thought. I wasn't
so- okay.
like my first thought was like that's not like a defining factor, and I also don't have like a number written down in my journal and in my head that I like have to check off. But I was just answering his question to the best of my
Sure,
ability.
no, that's fine. I wasn't questioning you. I was more so just trying to parse the question a little
Yeah, no.
better. But since he asked it, minimum a guy has to make a year for you to be monogamous.
Like so that I like quit my job, or what do you mean?
Just to be monogamous.
Yeah, because they do
Like
adult
to only
content.
pick
So
him.
Yeah, but I can still be monogamous and do. Oh, I feel like you can still be monogamous and do certain types of adult content.
I don't know if it's technically. You might not.
Well,
be,
as far as like physically interacting with other like
Oh, you
or like
mean- okay.
physically hooking up with other people and having sex
so like
with
doing
other
solo content or content
yeah,
with your
doing
partner.
solo content, doing content just
Right.
with them. Like even when I was a dancer, I was in a monogamous
A what?
relation. Monogamous.
Got it.
You know I can't. You know I
Monog-
don't always talk good.
That should be a new thing.
Monogulous?
Monobulous. Let's make it a word.
monogamous.
Metropolis.
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 Monogamous in the metropolis.
Let's go.
I'm not sure. I think I have a warped view on money living
How
in
much
LA.
things cost,
Yeah,
yeah.
how much things cost in LA. It's
Mhm.
just way different, the way of life there. So I feel like to live super comfortably in LA, you have to make around like 500 to 600 k.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
At least.
I'm gonna go ahead and lock
to live
that in, too.
comfortably.
To like be supporting a woman, probably.
Yeah.
500 to 600k.
But that's like two people. If you're supporting two people.
Yeah, it's like two incomes.
Yeah.
But I said I have a warped view on reality living.
I mean,
I grew
that's
up
like
in
the-
San Luis Obispo, and even in California, everything's like way more expensive. So I just have a different view
It's
on
a high number, but it's like the bare minimum would be like 200,000 or 300,000, and that's
to
not
live in
enough.
LA?
For two people.
What about if you're in the
So.
valley?
Puffy_Vegas
Is it
donated
cheaper in the valley?
$99.
I think it's a little. I don't
Have
know.
all the girls